everyone, my name is Amrita Thea Plazawa, the second representing the key roles of computers in education. So, I will discuss the 5 key roles of computers in education. So, let's start. The key roles of computers in education. Number 1. Computers are a brilliant aid in teaching. Ang computer ay nagpapadali ng buhay ng tao, lalong-lalo na sa mga teachers at students na kayang mag-communicate kahit malayo sa isa't isa. Number 2. Computers have given inputs to distance educations. Ang computer po ay nagpapadali sa teachers sa paggawa ng PowerPoint presentation software para ma-deliver ang kanilang lessons sa mga student. Number 3. Computer software help better presentation of information. Ang internet ay nakakatulong para sa teacher para makagawa ng test paper, frame question for hope, assignments, and pwede rin itong gamitin ng mga estudyante para mag-search ng information. Number 4. Computers enable to access the internet which has informally and literally. Ang Google Drive o USB flash drive ay ginagamit para sa pagpasa ng assignment at pag-save ng documents na pwedeng gawin ng teachers at students. Number 5. Computers, hard drives, and storage devices are an excellent way to store data. Ang role ng computer ay nagpapadali ng ating trabaho sa araw-araw para maka-access at kuha ng informations ng ating kailangan.
A basic Microsoft Word. The first one is alignment. Controls the horizontal position of text, left, center, and right justified siya. And then justified alignment spreads text evenly to both margins. And then yung bullets naman and numbering, it creates lists using bullets points of number for better organization. And then yung clipboard naman is a temporary storage area for copied or cut items. It holds the last item copied or cut. And then yung copy naman, it duplicates selected text or subjects and places them on the clipboard. Yung cut naman, siya yung nagre-removes ng select text or objects and place them on the clipboard. Yung command naman, it is an instruction given to the program. Ito yung nagsisave or print in the word. Yung commands are often accessed through menus or ribbon. And then the next one is document. Document, the file containing your text, images, and other elements. A single Word file in one document. And then the next one is edit. The process of modifying a document, including adding, deleting, or changing text, formatting, and other elements. Yung sa font naman, ito yung mga style ng text na ginagamit natin pag tayo yung nag-edit ng text. Sa footer naman, ito yung text or graphics that appear at the bottom of every page in a document. And then the format naman, the visual presentation or text or objects including font, alignment, spacing, and more formatting tools. Change elements appear. And then header naman, text or graphics that appear at the top of every page in a document. And then the next one is justify, a type of text alignment that distributes text evenly between both margins. Yung open naman, assess and display an existing Word document. And then the next one is paste. Insert the contents of the clipboard into documents at the cursor location. And then the next one is print. Creates a hard copy of a document. And then the next one is quick access toolbar. A customizable toolbar at the top of Word window, providing quick access to frequently used commands. And then the ribbon naman, the main toolbar in Word organized into tabs. Home, ito yung home, insert, page layout. And then the next one is save. Ito yung stores the current version of a document to a file. And then the next one is text, the written content of the document. And then the standard toolbar, often integrated into the ribbon. And then the standard toolbar, ayun nga, nagsisave din siya ng mga ipiprint natin. And then the undo is, ito yung reverse ng mga action na yung last na ano natin pag nawala, yung mga text na nawala. Yan lang po. Thank you.
Good day, magandang buhay everyone. Before I will continue our lesson, I would like to introduce myself. I am Rosalyn C. Cruz, second year from BTBT 2201, but you can call me Miss Rosa or Miss Cruz. Now I will discuss to you the Microsoft PowerPoint, the visual impact of PowerPoint presentation, the collaboration, sharing content or content sharing, and the last is the flexibility. Are you familiar in Microsoft PowerPoint presentation? I believe yes, because nowadays PowerPoint presentation is useful and helpful for teachers and also to the learners, because PowerPoint presentation or Microsoft PowerPoint presentation is an easy program to use and a powerful tools for giving a presentation. Paano nga ba nakatulong ang PowerPoint presentation sa mga teachers and learners? Number one is access, ability to share information, and the last, it can be even help reduce speaking anxiety. Nababawasan yung pagkahiya natin sa pagsasalita sa harap ng mga audience na nanonood sa atin. The next one is visual impact for PowerPoint presentation. Do you think kapag nag-present tayo sa harap na maliit yung font size natin, yung font color na gagamitin natin is hindi namang kita hindi nakita dahil sa background na ginamit natin, and yung team na hindi naka-align sa topic natin is magkakaroon ba ng focus o interest yung mga audience na makakanood sa atin? Di ba hindi? So, kailangan natin gumamit ng mga images, tamang font size, tamang font color, and tamang theme sa topic natin to catch their attention and their interest sa magiging topic natin. The third one is the collaboration. Diba? When we say collaboration, may teamwork. Hindi lang porket nag-present tayo sa harap is yun na yun. Yung mga nanonood sa atin is pwede sila mag-comment sa atin kung ano yung mga ideas, thoughts, or opinion na pwede pang may idagdag sa kaalaman natin o dun sa pinipresent natin. The fourth one is content sharing for our presentation. Diba? Pwede natin i-upload yung presentation natin using website. Ano yung mga website na pwede natin gamitin? YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Google, IG, etc. Na hindi lang sila na hindi lang yung audience natin na sa harap natin na pwedeng mag-comment, kundi yung kahit nasa malayo o kahit nasa ibang lugar pa sila. And the last one is flexibility. PowerPoint can be used in a number of different ways to communicate with your audience. Ang sabi dito, magagamit natin yung PowerPoint sa iba't ibang paraan para makipag-ugnayan o para makipag-communicate sa mga audience natin. Meron tayong tinatawag na text-heavy at saka image-heavy. Diba? Diba, sometimes may mga text na bago lang sa mata natin and bago lang sa pandinig natin, pwede nilang i-take down notes yun. Mas mapapadali yung pagle-lecture at pagte-take down notes nila. Then, sa image heavy naman, di ba may mga photos na hindi naman natin agad alam. So, nakapagbigay tayo ng idea o napapakita natin yon sa mga audience o sa mga nanonood sa atin kung ano ba yung pinipresenta natin.